The Aegean Sea. Turkish, Ege Denizi or Adalar Denizi, is an elongated embayment of the Mediterranean Sea located between the Greek and Anatolian peninsulas, that is, between the mainlands of Greece and Turkey. In the north, it is connected to the Marmara Sea and Black Sea by the Dardanelles and Bosporus. The Aegean Islands are within the sea and some bound it on its southern periphery, including Crete and Rhodes. The sea was traditionally known as Archipelago, but in English this word's meaning has changed to refer to the Aegean Islands and, generally, to any island group. Etymology: in ancient times, there were various explanations for the name Aegean. It was said to have been named after the Greek town of Ege, or after Aegea, a queen of the Amazons who died in the sea, or ɨʻdʒiːən, the sea goat, another name of Briareus, one of the archaic hecatontures, or, especially among the Athenians, Aegeus, the father of Theseus, who drowned himself in the sea when he thought his son had died. A possible etymology is a derivation from the Greek word I plus or minus a 1/4 paragraph I cubed I micron IA euro ages equals waves goat, hence wavy sea, cf also I plus or minus a 1/4 degree I cubed I to the first I plus or minus I plus hulls, hence meaning seashore. The Venetians, who dominated many Greek islands in the High and Late Middle Ages, popularized the name Archipelago, a name that held on in many European countries until the early modern period. In some South Slavic languages the Aegean is often called White Sea. Geography: the Aegean Sea covers about 214,000 square kilometers in area, and measures about 610 kilometers longitudinally and 300 kilometers latitudinally. The sea's maximum depth is 3,543 meters, east of Crete. The Aegean Islands are found within its waters, with the following islands delimiting the sea on the south: Kythera, Antikythera, Crete, Kazos, Karpathos and Rhodes. The Aegean Islands, which almost all belong to Greece, can be divided into 7 groups: northeastern Aegean Islands, Euboea, northern Sporades, Cyclades, Saronic Islands, Dodecanese, with the exclusion of Kastlerizo, Crete. The word archipelago was originally applied specifically to the Aegean Sea and its islands. Many of the Aegean Islands, or chains of islands, are actually extensions of the mountains on the mainland. One chain extends across the sea to Chios, another extends across Euboea to Samos, and a third extends across the Peloponnese and Crete to Rhodes, dividing the Aegean from the Mediterranean. The bays and gulfs of the Aegean beginning at the south and moving clockwise include on Crete, the Mirabelli, Almaros, Sauda and Chania bays or gulfs, on the mainland the Matone Sea to the west, the Saronic Gulf northwestward, the Pitales Gulf which connects with the South Euboic Sea, the Pagasetic Gulf which connects with the North Euboic Sea, the Thermian Gulf northwestward, the Chalkidiki Peninsula including the Cassandra and the Singitic Gulfs, northward the Stramonian Gulf and the Gulf of Kivla, and the rest are in Turkey. Saros Gulf, Edmit Gulf, Dikili Gulf, Gulf of Andala plus or minus, a degree Izmir Gulf, Kuyadasa plus or minus Gulf, Gulf of Gar paragraph Corva, Gar 1/4 La 1/4 K Gulf. Extent: the International Hydrographic Organization defines the limits of the Aegean Sea as follows. On the south, a line running from Cape Aspro in Asia Minor, to Cumberna to the northeast extreme of the island of Rhodes, through the island to Cape Prasonisi, the southwest point thereof, onto Vntos Point in Scarpanto, Karpathos, through this island to Castlo Point, the south extreme thereof, across to Cape Pleca, through Crete to Agria Grabusa, the northwest extreme thereof, thence to Cape Apolotes and Antikythera Island, through the island to Sierra Rock and across to Cape Trachili and Kythera Island, through Kythera to the northwest point and thence to Cape Santa Maria in the Morea in the Dardanelles. A line joining Cumcail and Cape Helles. Hydrography: Aegean surface water circulates in a counterclockwise gyre, with hypersaline Mediterranean water moving northward along the west coast of Turkey, before being displaced by less dense Black Sea outflow. The dense Mediterranean water sinks below the Black Sea and flow to a depth of 23–30 meters, then flows through the Dardanelles Strait and into the Sea of Marmara at velocities of 5–15 cm per second. the Black Sea outflow moves westward along the northern Aegean Sea, then flows southwards along the east coast of Greece. The physical oceanography of the Aegean Sea is controlled mainly by the regional climate, the freshwater discharge from major rivers draining southeastern Europe, and the seasonal variations in the Black Sea surface water outflow through the Dardanelles Strait. Analysis of the Aegean during 1991 and 1992 revealed three distinct water masses: Aegean Sea surface water €40–50 meters thick veneer, with summer temperatures of 21–26 AA degrees Celsius and winter temperatures ranging from 10 AA degrees Celsius in the north to 16 AA degrees Celsius in the south. Aegean Sea intermediate water Aegean Sea intermediate water extends from 40–50 am to 200–300 meters with temperatures ranging from 11–18 AA degrees Celsius. Aegean Sea bottom water occurring at depths below 500–1000 am with a very uniform temperature and salinity. History. The current coastline dates back to about 4000 BC. Before that time, at the peak of the last ice age, sea levels everywhere were 130 meters lower, and there were large well-watered coastal plains instead of much of the northern Aegean. When they were first occupied, the present-day islands including Milos with its important obsidian production were probably still connected to the mainland. The present coastal arrangement appeared c. 7000 BC, with post-ice age sea levels continuing to rise for another 3,000 years after that. The subsequent Bronze Age civilizations of Greece and the Aegean Sea have given rise to the general term Aegean civilization. In ancient times, the sea was the birthplace of two ancient civilizations, the Minoans of Crete and the Mycenaean civilization of the Peloponnese. Later arose the city-states of Athens and Sparta among many others that constituted the Athenian Empire and Hellenic civilization. Plato described the Greeks living round the Aegean like frogs around a pond. The Aegean Sea was later invaded by the Persians and the Romans, and inhabited by the Byzantine Empire, the Bulgarians, the Venetians, the Genoese, the Seljuk Turks, and the Ottoman Empire. The Aegean was the site of the original democracies, and its seaways were the means of contact among several diverse civilizations of the eastern Mediterranean. Economics and politics. Many of the islands in the Aegean have safe harbors and bays. In ancient times, navigation through the sea was easier than traveling across the rough terrain of the Greek mainland. Many of the islands are volcanic, and marble and iron are mined on other islands. The larger islands have some fertile valleys and plains. Of the main islands in the Aegean Sea, two belong to Turkey: Ada and Gar paragraph Car section Ege. The rest belong to Greece. Between the two countries, there are political disputes over several aspects of political control over the Aegean space, including the size of territorial waters, air control and the delimitation of economic rights to the continental shelf. See also, Aegean languages, list of traditional Greek place names, Thracian Sea, references. External links, Cultural portal of the Aegean Archipelago. Foundation of the Hellenic World. Retrieved July 9, 2012 A.